Okay, so this is the first and basic class of the SAS. When we are working on the SAS and creating the file, all the SAS file called the SAS dataset, and SAS dataset is the self-explanatory file. Self-explanatory means whatever we are working with. Can you please mute your mic? Whatever we are working with the SAS dataset, everything will be recorded in the property portion. Okay, so suppose here what I am doing, I am creating a one file called A. Data means the keyword which will create the target file. I am creating a target file called A using the source data SAS help from dot class. So from the SAS help library, I am referring one file called class and creating a copy of same file and create a new file called A. Now I will run this one. When I will run this one new file called A will create in the work library. Okay. Now if I want to see the property of A file, what I have to do? Right click on the file, see the property. So here it will tell everything about the SAS dataset. First, what is the name? What is the type? Type means it's a table type of data. Location. Inside the work library, a file is available. Engine, it is using the SAS engine. What is SAS engine? V9 is the SAS engine. How many rows are there? 19 rows. If I open the file, you can see I have 19 rows. So in the property, it is showing we have 19 rows and 5 columns. When it's created, 13th April, now only it's created because now only I create the file. So create, modify both the date is today's date. Now detail. These are the attribute which is the predefined attribute. What is the attribute? Attribute means the property about the file. So first is compressed. Either your file is compressed or not. Because this is the simple file, I didn't compress it. Compress means zipped, means the compress the data, but it is normal file, not a compressed file. So my value is no. Row length is 40 because this is the default 40 is there. We are not yet deleted anything. Number of page, everything is coming. What is the default setting? And we cannot do any change here in the property portion. Whatever change we will do in the file, automatically it will reflect in the property portion. Now column. So how many column I do have? I have 5 columns. If I open my file, you can see I have 5 columns: name, sex, age, height and weight. So in the property also we are getting the 5 column: name, sex, age, height and weight. Then type. What is the type means? Data type. Which type of data holding by the column. So my name is holding numerical type of data, character type of data. Sex also character type of data. Age, height and weight is the numerical type of data. So in SAS we have 2 data types. First is the character data type. Second is the number data type. Numerical data type is quite strict about number. 0 to 9. Nothing else. No special character like dollar, comma, nothing is there. Only numbers. Character data type is bit flexible. It can contain character also. It can contain number also. So alphanumerical field we can hold by the character type of column. Alphanumerical means address of the house. Here house number is also there. Door number is there, then street. So we have number also, we have character also. So all together will come to character type of data type. So there may be one question, if character type of data type can hold number also, character also. So what is the need of numerical type of data type? Why we distinguish in 2 type of data type? Because if my data is coming as a numerical data type, then only I can perform numerical type of function. What are the numerical function? Plus, minus, into, These all the numerical function. If my values are coming in the numerical data type, then only I can perform numerical function. If my value is coming as a character data type, then I can perform only character function. What are the character function? Uppercase, lowercase means make it capital, small, length, substring, like that. So that's why you have to very much careful about the data type. If your data type is coming incorrectly, you cannot use the function. Now length. What is the length? Holding capacity of the column called the length. By default, the holding capacity of column is 8. For the numerical type of column also 8. For the character type of column also 8. Both the both the data type can hold 8 character by default. Okay, but we can change the length of the column. We can increase and decrease the length of the column. So suppose my name is Raja Ram Mohan Rao. How many character? 15 character. By default it is coming 8 character. So first 8 character will come. What I have to do then? If I feel my data is holding more bytes, then I will redefine the length. So later on in our classes, I will tell you how to redefine the length. And format, informant and label also we will discuss later on. Now index. What is the index? When you open the book, first page is in the index page. No? Same way, for speed of our query, we can create the index in the program. So this is little bit advanced topic. When we will go for proc SQL, in that time we will go for the index and integrity. Okay. Now password. If your data is the sensitive data, suppose value of the file like that, something sensitive data is there, then what you have to do? You can choose any of the option and you can give 8 digit of password. Okay. So by that you can password protect your file. Yeah.
Yeah, so how important is that we know SQL, or we should brush up on SQL?
SQL, I will give the training on the SQL because it's very important. Why SQL? What is the difference between SAS and SQL? Whatever we can do by SAS, same thing we can do by SQL also. Okay, but SQL queries are quite familiar with the CPUs. So when we are working on the SQL query, it is more faster than the SAS queries. So when we are having the crores of data, so we need speed of the query. In that time we are using the SQL. So whatever data step we are using, for that purpose we are using SQL, but the proc step we are using SAS only. Because in SQL, if I will use mean, mode, median, for everything I have to write the formula. But here just call one procedure and I will done with that. Getting my point? So if you don't know SQL, you can work with the SAS also. It's not like that your work will stop. But when we are working for the clients or the projects, we have to see the performance of our program. So increase the performance of our program, we are using the SQL sometime. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the property of the file. Now what SAS is doing, SAS is giving more than one way to perform the same task. So suppose if I want to see the query, property of the file, what I can do, I can right click on that and see the property of the file. With that I have some other option. I can use proc content. Proc is the procedure, short form of the procedure. I can use one procedure for content. These all procedures are available in the global directory. I can fetch the procedure whatever I want. So I will write proc contains. Contain is the procedure name, data. For which data I want to see the content? I have one data called A. For the A data, I want to see the property. So what happened? My property will display in the output window. Okay. If I will use the procedure, my property will display on the output window. So I will write proc contain data equal to A and run. So you can see same thing, whatever we have done by right click and see the file, I can see it here. What is the name of the file, when it's created, when it's modified, observation, variable, everything I can get it. Only the password part I cannot see here. Okay. If you have to give the password protect, then you have to right click and password protect. But here for the normal property, you can just give this statement and you can see the property. Because we are the programmer, we are just avoiding more manual job. Everything we automate. Every time if I want to see the property of the file, I just give the proc contain rather than every time right click on that file and see the property. Okay. So first option is right click.
Neha, this proc contents will produce the report in the log or the output window?
Output window.
Output. Okay.
Yeah. Now you can see here I'm getting all the column name, age, height, name, sex, weight, everything. My column names are there. How I'm getting the column name? I'm getting the column name in the alphabetical order. Now here you can see 3, 4, 1, 2, 5 is there. What is this order? It's called logical order. Logical order means the way my file, my column is coming in the file. Name, sex, age, height and weight. So first name, then sex, then height, age, then height, then weight. So this order is the logical order. In that way, my columns are available in the file. Okay. But by default, how I can see my column names? Alphabetical order, I can see my column name. If I want to see my column name in the logical order, what I have to do? I have to use one keyword called varnum. Okay, and I can run it. When I can run it, you can see it is coming in logical order rather than the alphabetical order. Now, third option for the same task. Proc dataset contain data equal to whatever data you want to see and quit. Okay. So proc dataset is one more procedure which we are using for several purposes, not only for contain, for deleting, renaming, modifying. Later on we will discuss all the proc dataset capabilities, but we can use proc dataset for contain purpose also. So I will write proc dataset contains data. Which data contain I want to see? A data contain I want to see. Now quit. I have only two procedures in SAS which is ended by quit. First is the proc dataset, second is the proc SQL. So this is the syntax only. How my other proc and data step end by the run, my proc dataset end by the quit. Okay, that you have to remember. Now if I will run this statement, then I will get the same result whatever proc contains are giving. So it's up to you. Either you can use the proc contain or proc dataset contains. That's why if you will see two different programmers coding will not be same for two programmer because there are n number of options to perform the same task. So according to their choice, they are checking, using their own code. Now, what happened? I want to not only see the, and here also I can use the varnum. So it will come according to variable number or the logical order. Now here what happened? Not only one file property I want to see the property of all the file which is available in particular library. Okay. So suppose inside the SAS help library, I have so many files. This is my SAS help library. Inside that I have so many SAS files are available or SAS dataset is available. In one shot, I want to see the property of all the SAS dataset. Then what I will do? I will write proc contains data equal to SAS help means the library name dot underscore all underscore. So what will be the syntax? here I have to define the libname dot underscore all underscore. Okay. What this underscore all underscore is doing? Underscore all underscore is the keyword. Sorry. Underscore all underscore is the keyword. This will select all the file from the particular library. Okay. Now if I will run this one, so in the output window I just delete everything, then I will run this one. Proc contain data equal to sashelp dot underscore all underscore and run, and I will run. So it will fetch all the files which is available in the particular library, and it is giving the property of the file. So you can see property of this file, property of this file, property of this file. In one shot I can see property of all the files. Okay. So if you want to see the property of all the file in the particular library, first you have to give the library reference, then you have to give the file reference. Now, second option.
Neha,
Yeah.
it is not creating anything in the the output window, right?
No, everything is coming in output window. You can see.
Okay.
All the properties are coming in the output window. Whatever you want to see, just click on the file, because if I will see go up and down, I can see everything. But if I want to see the particular one, I click on that and see here. So everything will come in the output window only, because result window is giving only the link. That link data is coming on the output window.
Output window. Okay.
So I have same option, proc dataset also, contain data, sashelp dot underscore all underscore. So you can either use this option or use this option. It's up to you. Now rules for the SAS. What are the rules are? My SAS statement always end with the semicolon. You can see all the statements are ended with the semicolon. We have some exception also that I will tell you later, but normally all the SAS statement end by the semicolon. Second rule, SAS statement is free format. Free format means we can create anywhere in the line. After several lines we are creating, after how much space we are giving and all doesn't matter. SAS will not consider the space. If I will run this statement, you can see there is no problem. It is running correctly. Okay. If I will keep all the statement in same line, then also no problem, it is coming correctly. So what are the rule? Start anywhere on a line. Yeah. Tell me.
Yeah, that is for running. That's for running. But for file creation, this has considered spaces as characters.
For creation means?
For creating a file.
Yeah, creating a file, if I will give the space between two names, it will consider two different files. I will come. Here we are talking about that all. Okay. So here what happened? My SAS start anywhere on a line, continue over several lines, have more than one statement per line. So if I will run, everything is running correctly, no problem. Okay. Now rule for the name. When you are giving the SAS dataset name, your SAS dataset name maximum 32 character long. It should not supposed to more than 32 character long. If you are giving more than 32 character long and run, check the log. SAS define the error that your name should not supposed to more than 32 character long. Now if it's less than 32 character long, then it is coming correctly. Okay. My SAS name can start, okay. When you are giving the SAS dataset name, three things are allowed. Character, capital or small, underscore, and the number. Apart from that, nothing is allowed. Okay. Character, uppercase or the capital or small, underscore, and the number. But when I am starting my SAS dataset name, either my SAS dataset name should start with the character or underscore. It should not supposed to start with the number. Numbers are allowed in the continuation. Okay. If I will start with the character and run it, it is running correctly. If I start with the underscore and run it, it is running correctly. When I will start with the number and run it, number is not allowed, but I am starting with the number and run it. What happened? SAS is not at all recognized because it's against the rules. Now either I start with the underscore or character, but in between or in continuation I use the number, that's allowed. No problem. So if I start with underscore or the character, or anywhere I can use character, anywhere I can use underscore, anywhere I can use number, but not at starting, number is not allowed. Okay. If I start or use any special character, then also SAS cannot recognize it because no special characters are allowed. Now space. If I am giving the space between the name, suppose I give employee. Employee is the file name. By mistake, I give the space between both. So what happened? SAS understand I'm going to create two files. One is the EMP, second is the LOI. And both file, it will give the same data in both the file. So if I will run this one, first is EMP, second is LOI. If I open EMP, same data, LOI, same data. So what SAS understand? If I will give the space, SAS understand I'm going to create two files and both the file it will give the same data. Okay. Now next rule. I have two things are there in SAS, name and label. What happened? Some domain like the banking domain or clinical domain, we are, my client is asking the column name. It is the long column name, like in the finance and all, they are asking finance year 2014-2015 revenue of particular branch. So this big name they want to see in the column. So what happened? If I will use long name for the column heading, and that name I will use for coding purpose, my code will looks like a script. And when I need to change the name and do the troubleshooting, it will be so difficult for me. So I cannot tell to my client that I cannot use the long name. Okay, because it's a client requirement. Anyhow, I have to fulfill the client requirement. But for coding purpose, I don't want to use the long name. So SAS distinguish my name into two parts. First is the name and second is the label. Name is the name which I have to use for the coding purpose, and label is the label of the column which we are using only for display purpose. Okay. So suppose I will create one file. call new. This is my file. What my client says, for the age column, you have to give the label. Here you can see, if I double click on the column, I can see the column attributes. Column attributes means more information about the column. So here I have two options, name and label. Name is the name which we are using for coding purpose. Label only for display purpose. Okay. So here what my client want to see, 10 years back employee age. Okay, they want to see my column name is 10 years back employee age. So what I will do, I will give the label. How to give the label? I will write label age equal to 10 years back employee age. Okay, 10 years back employee age, and I will run it. So you can see in the column portion, I can see the heading 10 years back employee age. If I double click on that, I have name is age, which is the official name which we are using for coding purpose. Only for display purpose we are using the label. So the name whatever I am giving here, it can be 32 character long. It should not supposed to more than 32 character long. But my label can be 256 character long. Because for that reason only we are defining the label. No, if my column name is too long, we can define as a label. So my label can be 256 character long, but my name can be 32 character long. Now suppose this whatever age is there, it's 10 years back age. Now I want to see the current age. What is the current age is? I have to plus 10 years. Okay, so where I have to add the 10 years? In age or 10 years back employee age? Current age equal to what I have to write? Age plus 10 or 10 years back employee age plus 10? I have to write age plus 10 because age is the official name of the column which we are using for coding purpose. Okay, so what happened? My new column current age will create it of. In this current age I will get age plus 10. So 10 years of the existing age. So you can see 10 years I added from the 10 years back age. So this is my current age. Okay. Any question for this? No question?
This is created in the output window, Neha?
No, this will create in the SAS dataset. You can see this is the SAS dataset which I am creating. So separate window is coming. Actually here what I am doing, if I will give proc print data equal to new and run, then it will come to output window. But here I am creating the SAS dataset. So my new SAS dataset called new is created off, and my all the changes are appearing in the new SAS dataset. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Now we will see the flow of the data in the SAS. What is the flow of the data? First I am getting the raw data or the file which client sent us, that is the raw data. Using the data step, we convert my raw data into SAS dataset. Once my SAS dataset is getting created, after that I will use the proc step and convert that data or analyze that data and create report and graph. So this is just a flow of the data. Now SAS terminology. In SAS, table called dataset. When we are talking about the SAS table, that called SAS dataset. My column called variable and my row called observation. Okay. Now when we are creating the SAS dataset, either we can enter the data by the in-stream data. Later on we will, okay, you aware about in-stream data, no? Data which is available inside the code is the in-stream data, or the external file, text file or Excel file or other software file. We have some conversion process. Using that conversion process, we are converting that data into SAS dataset. When we convert the data into SAS dataset, my SAS dataset is made by two portions. Description portion and data portion. Description portion means the property of the file. Data portion means the data which is available inside the table. So here you can see my description portion is there, which is the property of the file. Now data portion, a data which is available inside the tables. So what my column name called? My column name called variable name, because my column called a variable in SAS. And column values called variable values. And here two type of values are there, character value and numerical type of value. Okay. Now missing value in SAS. In SAS, if my data type is the character data type, my missing value is come as a blank. But if my data type is the numerical data type, my missing value is dot. This I already talked about it. If this are the data set name, can you tell me which data set name is the correct and which is invalid? Can we give this as a data set name? No, we cannot, because my data set name should not supposed to start with the number. Second is valid. Number. Third is valid.
Yeah, it is one.
Fourth?
No.
Because apostrophe S is there, which is the special character. Fifth one?
Fifth is valid.
Fifth is valid because we have valid character is there, either character or the underscore, which are the valid. Now data type. We have two data type, character and number. Character can hold numerical value also and character value also, but numerical data type can hold only numbers. No special character, no dollar, no comma, only number 0 to 9. Now label, for the display purpose we are using the label. Length, holding capacity of the column called length. We can increase and decrease the length of the file, length of the column. And for the character type of column, our length is, maximum length is 32,767. Means I can increase the value till 32,767 if it's character. But for numerical type of value, we cannot do it. Okay. For the numerical type of value, we cannot increase the length. My length is 8 byte for the numerical value. 8 byte means 12 numbers. More than 12 numbers we cannot accommodate in the numerical type of data type. But for character data type, I can increase the length till 32,767 and default one is 8 for both. Okay. Now in format and format. What happened? Suppose you understand French, I understand German. How we communicate? Directly we cannot communicate. We need some translator who understand both the language. Same way, SAS have their own standard. What is the standard they have? They don't want to see the number without dollar or comma. I mean, they want to see the number without dollar and comma. Dollar, comma is the special character which is coming, but for the SAS standard numerical, this all are not allowed. Okay. So what happened? I cannot tell to my client, you send me the number without dollar and comma. Whatever client is sending me, I have to accept it. But if I will use this value for the SAS cannot recognize, because according to set, this is not valid one. So what I have to do? I have to use some translator. So informat is my translator, which will help me to read the value from the in file. So first is the $15. Why I am giving dollar? Because my value contain dollar sign. So if I will give the dollar and then I will give the number. How many number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I give 15, which is the maximum one, but I can give the 7 also. So when I will give $7, SAS understand whatever value is coming, it's a numerical type of value which is coming with the dollar sign. And when dollar will be there, comma is by default. Okay. So SAS eliminate all the dollar and comma and insert the value without dollar and comma. Okay. So using the in format, I can read the value from the in file. Suppose my value is coming with the comma sign. So what I have to do? I have to give comma and then what are the numbers are there? Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With the comma we have to count. Here I can give comma 6 as well. So if I will give comma 6, what happens? SAS will eliminate the comma and it will take the value without comma. Okay. This is the SAS standard value and SAS recognize this value. Once SAS recognize the value and it will insert inside the SAS dataset. After that, if my client want to see the data with the dollar and comma sign, what I have to do? I have to use one more translator called format. That format translator will change the appearance of the data. It is not change the value, it is changing the appearance of the data. Getting my point? If it change the value means again SAS cannot understand what it is. So it is changing the appearance of the data. So it is 10,000. I give $15. So it will change the appearance and it will display the data with the dollar. Because what happen if client requirement is dollar, comma or something like that, we cannot tell. I cannot, SAS cannot, send the data with the required format. It's our duty. Whatever client is asking me, we have to deliver the data. Okay. Now, I will give one example for format and informat. Here I have two columns. One is the item, second is the amount. My item, you can see this data. This is the in-stream data. I'm reading the data by the in-stream data. So here I have two columns, item and amount. My item is coming, but my item is coming correctly, and this is the character type of data. When my data is the character type of data and we are reading the data from the in-stream data, what I have to do? I have to write the dollar sign. So in chapter 5 we will learn how we are reading different type of data. So in that time we will talk more nicely about it. Now here you have to just concentrate on format and informat. Now you can see my data, my amount is coming with the dollar sign. Okay. Suppose if I will not give the dollar, if I am not defining in which way my output, the data is coming, and I will run it. If I will run it, SAS cannot read it. Why SAS cannot read it? Because according to SAS, this is the invalid data. My number should not supposed to come with any special character, but number is coming with the dollar sign. So what I have to do? I have to use the informat and I have to tell. I no need to write the informat as a keyword. Just after the column name, if I will write any dollar, comma or any informat, SAS understand this is the informat. So I have to define my values coming with the dollar sign. So I will give the $7. Okay. Why 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Total 7. So it's a $7. So if I will write the $7, what SAS understand? SAS understand my values coming with the dollar sign, and it will eliminate the dollar and comma, and it will display the value. Okay. Now my value is coming as a SAS standard format. After that, what happened? My client is telling me to see the data with the comma sign. So what I have to do? I have to use one keyword called format. Okay. When I'm using informat, I no need to use the keyword called informat, but when I'm using the format, I have to use the keyword called format. Format, then column name. What is my column name? Amount is my column name. After that, in which format I want to see? Comma 6 format I want to see, and I will run it. So you can see my value is coming with the comma. If I will give proc print, I can see the output in the output window. Okay. Now if my values are coming with the comma,
Neha?
Yeah, tell me.
Can't we put both these in the same code?
We can,
like the one that
we can do it in same code, but why I am showing in different code? Because first, for understanding purpose, you have to see in the different code. Later on, I can merge it and make it in same code.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Now,
Just later on, just show how it is merged. How will it come?
I will tell you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now here, what happened? My value is coming with the comma sign. Okay. So what in format I have to give? Comma 6. If I will give comma 6, so it will eliminate, SAS will eliminate the comma, and it will display the value without the comma. You can see without the comma it is coming. Now if I want to see the same value with the dollar sign, what I can do? I can write here format amount, here $7. Why 7? Because I need one space for dollar sign also. And I will run it. Okay, my spelling should be correct. Amount. Now you can see it is reading the value, and it is defining the value with the dollar sign. So in one step we can do it. In fact, I have one more option to do everything in the one step. It's a attrib. Attrib means attribute of the column called the attrib. So in next step, so here you can see using the attrib, I can define the informat and format. Here I define the attrib as the keyword, then which column? Amount column. Okay. First I want to use the informat because first I want to read the data. So my informat is coming with the comma sign. So informat comma 6. Then format $. I want to read the value with the comma, and I want to write the value with the $. Okay. So this is one more option to perform this task. Okay. Any question?
This attrib keyword is only for the different the variables, is it?
This
Just
is
combine the different variables.
This is using for informat, format, length, label.
Okay, so in one statement you can put all the specifications required for the variables.
Yes, that I will.
Okay.
Okay, this is the attrib. So I will stop the class here itself, and I will send all the code to you people. You have to do it, and tomorrow remaining part I will cover. Okay. Till now, any question?